So today we're going to plant some lovely bee-friendly flowers so we can attract lots of bees like Beau into our garden. And we know that bees are really important because they pollinate all our fruit and vegetables. So what you'll need is some nice compost and some plant pots. You can use any shape or size plant pot. So you can use a biodegradable plant pot like this one, or you can use plastic and they can just be reused again and again. You'll also need some plant labels, so you can use any shape or size plant label. You could even use a little miniature skewer. This is a bamboo skewer, or you could use an ice lolly stick that's been washed and dried. You'll also need something to scoop. You can either use your hands, or you could use a spoon or a little shovel like that. And obviously we'll need some seeds. So today we'll plant some lovely chives. So these are edible. They come from the onion family. So that's not only attracting bees into the garden, but it's something nice for us to eat too. So first we take a little scoop of compost and pop that in. And then we'll take some of our seeds. So these are chive seeds. They're really tiny. Tiny little seeds. So if you just sprinkle a few of them on top of the soil like this, pop the rest back in there, and then just put a little layer over the top. Burn that down, and then you can just pop a little label on. So we know what we've planted. And that's our first one. So next we're going to look at some cornflowers. And cornflowers come in lots of different colours. They're not just blue like this. They also come in a variety of pinks and purples and lots of other colours too. And the seeds are quite pretty. I'll show you that in a minute. So first, again, we'll pop some compost. You can use any compost. You can even make your own in the garden if you've got a composter. It's a good way of recycling things. We'll have a little look at our cornflower seeds. So these are lovely little shaped seeds. And then we just pop a few on the top, making sure we have some space for them to grow. As the seeds grow into little seedlings, they can be taken out and given their own separate pot as they grow to strong plants, and then they can be planted out in the garden. And we'll just sprinkle a little bit of compost on the top there and just firm that down. Add a little label. So we know what we've planted. Another bee-friendly flower is the foxglove. Foxgloves are lovely. They come in all different colours and different shapes. And the seeds of the foxglove are so tiny. I'll show you some of those seeds now. So again, we can just pop in some compost. And then take some of our tiny, tiny seeds. These are really small. They're so tiny. Just take a little pinch, sprinkle them over, and this will produce lots of plants that again can be thinned out and given their own pot as they grow, and then they can also be planted out when they're strong enough. But for now you can keep them on a warm window ledge inside the house, or if you have a greenhouse or a cold frame outside. And do another little label. Pop that in. So seeds can be planted right throughout the year at different times so that you've always got a nice supply of bee-friendly flowers in the garden. So next we're going to plant some chamomile seeds. And they smell lovely, lovely big flowers that look like daisies. And they can even be used to make tea. So when you've got the flower heads, you can take them off and make some tea with it. It's nice and calming. So again, the chamomile seeds are really, really tiny. It's almost like dust. You see? So again, you just take a pinch and just sprinkle over the soil. Just in here. And then put a thin layer of compost over the top. And again, we need a little label so we know what we've planted. And there we go. So we need lots of things for our seeds to grow. We need to take care of them. We need to give them some water every day, just to make sure that they're damp and they don't dry out. And they also need sun. So they need to be in a nice sunny spot, preferably somewhere warm. So again, on a window ledge or in a cold frame, or if the weather's warm enough, they can just go outside